9, verse 4. And the Most High said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem,
Come on.
and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh, and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Right, so we got to set a mark on everybody's forehead. What's in your forehead? Your mind, your brain, right? The front of your brain, where you remember things, your quick memory, your what do they call that? Access memory? Yeah. Short-term memory. Want to put it in your short-term memory. Want to remind you the commandments. Something is wrong. Turn back to the Most High. All right. Shemaiah. The mark of the beast is also in your forehead and in your hand, right? It's the exact opposite of the mark that we put in here. That mark of the beast tells you what? Everything is fine. America shall go on. I'm gonna be patriotic. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong. You know what I mean? You don't have to be religious, right? You know, if there's a Christ, he must be white, right? Right? If there's a Christ, it must be white. That's the mark of the beast. The beast is America is the beast. The beast really started as Rome. America is the last horn of that beast. When you go over the 7 heads and the horns and the beast, that'd be a whole other class. But understand what the beast is. The beast is a kingdom, a government. Mark of the beast is a mark of that kingdom, that government, right? You are patriotic to that kingdom and government. You have the mark of that kingdom and government. Our mark is a mark, bring us to heaven, right? Bring us to the Most High, bring us to righteousness, right? Both marks is in your hand, and it's in your head, and it's in your hand. But your hand represents what? Your actions. Your head represents what? Your thoughts. Okay, that's why it's in the head and in the hand. All right, so these are all metaphorical. Trying to, people come with all kinds to chip, it's to this and to that. It's none of those things. It's your thoughts and your actions. Your thoughts and actions are what we're going to be judged by. We're not going to get judged by, the size of your microchip, right? We're going to be judged by our thoughts and our actions. So it can't mean anything else, right? So we set a mark in the foreheads of the people that have a problem with this kingdom. Read on.
And to the others he said, in my hearing.
So now the first angel's going to set the mark, right? That's these brothers you see right here. That's you see right here. Y'all the first angels setting the mark. The mark is saying, repent, come out of this world, come back to the commandments of the Most High. Read on.
Go ye after him through the city.
We got some angels that's going to come after us, right? Read on.
And smite.
And do what?
And smite.
They're not coming to talk. They coming to smite. Right? Read on.
Let not your eyes spare.
They're not going to spare. They don't care if you read on.
Neither have ye pity.
Right?
Slay utterly old and young.
They don't care if you're a grandma or you're a little baby. When them angels that come to smite, they're going to smite everything. Everybody understand that? Read on.
Slay utterly old and young.
Come on.
Maids and little children.
Virgin women, little children, all going to get it. Right? That's what a maid is, a virgin woman. Right? Little children, not exempt. Read on.
And women.
Right?
But come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
But don't you come near anybody that has the mark. That's what them angels have been tasked with. So when they come to smite, they're not going to smite you if you got the mark. Right? So that's the mark you want to get. Right? You want to avoid the mark of the beast and have the mark of the Most High God upon you. Come. Read.
And begin at my sanctuary.
Begin where?
At my sanctuary.
That's here. Right? It's going to start right here amongst his own people. Right? It's starting amongst his own people. Read on.
Then they begin at the ancient men, right, which were before the house.
Right. They're going to deal with the elders first. Right? If the elders ain't right, you're going to get cut down. Right? So we understand this. All right? We understand that we got to have that right mark within us so that the angels pass on over us. All right? But that's who the Most High looking for. Those that sigh and that cry for all the abominations. If you're happy with this world, then this world is yours. Right? You have it. And you will last as long as it lasts. All right? Give me Isaiah 28:15. But a lot of our people, they good. I think last week we was out there teaching the people, and they was against us, right? People coming by, hey, y'all just teaching hate, right? I'm fine. I'm good. Everybody, you want to come hear the word? No, I'm good. How you mean you good? Our people people was getting cut down, shot down. You know, we out there talking about Black Lives Matter, right? Every week, even still to this day, we still got more cases of our people getting unjustly incarcerated. You see how they let go that cop that slammed that young boy head against the concrete this week? Man, they didn't even give him a slap on the wrist. They let him go. They probably gonna pay him extra, right, for the time that they had putting him through all of this. And it clearly on video, he got the child head and is slamming it against the concrete. You got a gun, you got the badge, you got the backup. You 15 years old. Is that the one that we had but they said he's been since then he got arrested like 2 or 3 times. He might have. But that case still unjust. Right. That's true. That's a good point. So they was good with that, long as he didn't write that in his report. So when they saw the video, his report never spoke of the fact that he had to get on the child back, or he felt he had to get on the child's back and slam the child head against the ground. So they say he clearly falsified the report. It was clearly false, right? When they read the report, he didn't write of any of this that went down. He didn't even get trial for that. He was found what? Not guilty. Right? Yeah, even that. Or even that. All right. We all know, a lot of our children, they off the chain. They out there doing wickedly. I'm not saying the brother was right and why or what happened, the situation for him to get arrested, but those actions was a hateful action. He would have never done that to a white boy. You know what I mean? The white boy could have swung on him and he wouldn't do that to him. Right? Yeah. Good. As I said, I'm pretty sure he's not innocent. He's up to something, doing something. That's why he was chosen to be on this film and get his head slammed against the ground. All right. The Most High don't have the righteous head slammed against the ground. All right. So he uses that. He uses the wicked for those things. But still in all, you know what I mean? The unjust trial that we saw, you know what I mean? It was clearly unjust. Right. It was way over police brutality. And he just left it like that. Didn't even try him on the police brutality, tried him on the document that he wrote. Oh, your document was wrong. That goes to court. The fact you slammed the child head against the floor several times, that don't go to court. That's no big deal. Okay? To show you that is a big hypocrisy. Read that.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 15. Because he has said, we have made a covenant with death.
Because you said what?
We have made a covenant with death.
A lot of people have made a covenant with death, meaning that, you know what? They say, listen, this is life. Yeah, I'm wicked, right? But so what, right? I'm living my life. They have been comfortable and they've made a pact with this life. Read on.
And with hell we are at agreement.
And with this captivity, they're at agreements. They're good with it. Read on.
When the overflowing scourge shall pass through,
right?
It shall not come unto us.
You think they think that, you know what? They're going to survive in their evils. You're not going to survive in your evils. Sooner or later, the Most High is going to require it of you. Everybody understand that? You don't want to live your life in jeopardy. The scripture says like living and you have a breach above your head. You never know when it's going to fall off the wall and hit you in the head. Right? That's how you're going to live your life in this kingdom? I mean, that's no way to live. All right. Read on.
For we have made lies our refuge.
We have done what?
We have made lies our refuge.
Our people have made lies their refuge. You say, you teach them that Christmas, there's no Christ in Christmas. They say, so what? I had a good time last Christmas. And I'm going to have a good time this one too. Right? You teach them that January 1st is not the new year. They say, yeah, that makes sense. But I'm still going to be down there December 31st because I had such a good time, right? And I got so drunk, right? So our people, they just, it's not out of ignorance anymore, but the Most High gonna require it of them, right? Every year we go out there, we speak against that wicked New Year's, and then people come up to us and say they know, and they still out there, drunk and partying it up, right? Read on.
And under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
And the falsehood have they hid themselves. All right. So we're those that have heard the truth and we changed with it. We heard the word and it did something, it moved something in your spirit. And you say, you know what? I need to change something. I need to be something different. All right. I need to be what the Most High want me to be. You made that decision. That's why you're sitting here now. You could be at the Sawgrass, walking around in circles like everybody else, right? Or at whatever mall or whatever park or beach or whatever our people are doing out there, totally ignoring the will of the Most High. You chose to be here, showing that what? You are building your relationship with the Heavenly Father, right? We're all building our relationship with the Heavenly Father, okay, right? He said, you love this world, the love of the Most High is not in you. So you have to make that decision. Every week, we have to make that decision. Every day, we have to make that decision. All right, so let's go back to Deuteronomy. Let's finish this up and we'll take a break.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 14.
15.
15.
Oh, you can read 14. But the word is very high.
But the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart.
Come on.
That thou mayest do it.
Come on.
See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil.
That's your choice. Life and good, death and evil. Read.
And that I command thee this day to love Yahweh, to walk his ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply.
Right.
And the Most High shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it.
Come on.
But in thy heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shalt be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them. I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish.
You shall what?
Ye shall surely perish.
Right, we shall surely perish. Come on.
And that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land, whether thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it.
Come on.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
That's it, man. We got to choose life. Choose the commandments that you may live, man. Okay. Like I said, you had a lot of choices to be a lot of places. You are here. You have chose life. Okay. And wherever our people are keeping this Sabbath day holy, they have chose life. But if you choose death, then you'll be out there, just ignoring the word of the Most High. Right? Read on.
Verse 20. That thou mayest love the Most High, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life, and the length of thy days, and thou mayest dwell in the land which the Most High swore unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, to give them.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Let's give the Most High a hand for a wonderful portion. All praises be to Pari, Isaac, and Jacob for his mercy truly endure forever. At this time, we're going to take the break. Any announcements before we break? Let's go for it now. Do remember and don't forget, tonight is the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. What time we want? 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock? 7:30? All right, 7:30. I'll be here. If you want to come 7 o'clock, don't worry, somebody will be here. All right, but try to come early so we can get started no later than 8 o'clock. We like to be blowing the trumpets and begin the service. Come? So make sure you're here to enjoy the memorial blowing of the trumpets. It's the 7th new moon, the highest moon of the year. You know what I mean? You hear people call it Rosh Hashanah. Rosh means head, right? Shana is year, the head of the year, right? So it is the head of the year in the sense that it's the highest moon of the year because it's the seventh new moon. But it's not the New Year's. Because some people are going to say to you, Happy New Year's. People that know that you're a Hebrew, right? And they're going to say, Happy New Year's, right? You're going to say it's not the New Year, all right? It's the seventh and the highest new moon. I tell you this every year, and you tell me the same thing, right? So they don't, but we got to establish what's right on this earth, all right? That responsibility falls on us. So don't get tired of saying the same thing over and over again, okay? Any other announcements we got? Day of Atonement is coming up. If you haven't done so already, you need to take off the 8th or the 9th of your job. Depends if you work on the night or the day. If you work at night, take off the 8th. If you work, take off the 9th, right? There's no working on the Day of Atonement. Everybody understands that? All right. If you say, well, I got no more sick days, and I would say, well, what if you got in a car accident on the way to work? Would you be at work? No, you wouldn't be there. So you figure it out. There's no working on the Day of the Day of Atonement. All right, you take that day off, whichever means by any means necessary. All right, so take the day off, call in sick, call and say SW2, do what you got to do. All right, but stay home. All right, we will be open that day. All right, we'll be open during the day. You want to come in, you want to pray, you want to get some frankincense, some myrrh, you want to stop staring at your refrigerator, come in here. Okay, come right in. We will keep you away from your refrigerator. All right. A Day of Atonement. It's a blessed time. We'll have an opening on the 8th and a closing on the 9th. So we'll be here. And I think around noonday, we'll open up we'll send out a text on the WhatsApp, and we'll keep reminding you. Around noonday, we'll open up the sanctuary so you can come and dwell if you say. Okay, Kyle. What night is it? It falls on the 8th is a Tuesday? Okay, so we'll just have somebody, those, Moshe. Okay, Moshe can hold it down here. Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll be out in prison ministry that night as well. Get them brothers, keeping the Day of Atonement. So it's gonna be beautiful. All right. Any other announcements? Moshe, what we got? Right. So an official warning is going out from the elder Moshe. Right? There shall be no double dipping on that day. All right. And most of us don't have to work on that day. You know what I mean? So we should be here in full attendance. Bright and early. Okay. Sukkot, make sure that you have your tent. Sukkot is coming, it's right around the corner. Make sure you have your tent. Dwelling in booths. All right. No one is too bougie to dwell in booths. All right. Come out of your comfortable king size 800 count thread count sheets and come lay on the ground with the rest of us. All right. Like a Hebrew should. All right. So October 13th to the 18th, we will be in Quiet Waters Park. All right. Don't forget. Pay for your tent way ahead of time, $35 a night. Get it done so that you're in attendance. It's going to be, if you have never done it before, those that have done it, tell the people that haven't done it what kind of time you had. All right. Because it's always a wonderful time keeping that day. All right. It's a very good time. It's a good time to relax, time to reset. That's what the Most High does. It's time to humble ourselves before the Most High. It's time to be uncomfortable for the Most High. All right. And, and be happy to do so. All right. So don't bring the whole house out there either. Don't bring your couch, right? Don't bring your king size bed and try to fit it in the tent. All right. Come and dwell in booths. All right. 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 Come and dwell in. We got to have some entertainment out here. Levi, I have you there watching rocks. No, we're gonna have some entertainment out there. right? We're not gonna get we're not gonna go that bad, right? But we're gonna come out our houses and we're gonna enjoy, you know, and experience that life that we lived as we traveled through the wilderness. We didn't have a home. We had booths that we could set up and break down. Okay. Um, Speaking of that day, we want to get a committee going to try to get a schedule finalized. What are we doing? What day? How we doing it? If we having communal food and stuff like that, we need to work on that because it's coming right around the corner. And I've seen nothing written. I know stuff has been spoke about, but we need to have something in writing that we can pass out to everybody. Everybody understand that? All right. So those that's going to be on that committee that want to talk about it, I'm not just food and entertainment wise. We need to have a consensus and we need to have it written down so everybody is aware of all the events that's going to take place. All right. Priest.
Yeah, there's a brother coming all the way from Boston. He doesn't have a congregation, but he follows online, so he's coming all the way from Boston. He already got his tent.
That's right.
Right. So he's coming from Boston to keep Sukkot with LOZ. So the brother's name slipped me, but I'm gonna give you his name so everybody greeting with open arms. He's coming away from Boston just to keep Piece of Chat with us. But I've been doing it since we've been pushing a lot of other camps and since Sakari, they were out there, even though I think they kept it last month. My sons of Bach, they keep it in California. So a lot of other camps, they starting to dwell in groups as well.
Mm-hmm.
We were actually one of the few camps that really actually dwell in groups.
Mm-hmm.
They would have like a service, they go and eat and stuff like that, but they were not in groups, as the scripture said.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, again, we're the trendsetters, we're out there, for both sides word, and we're actually encouraging other people to keep the commandments from both sides.
That's right.
Right? So if you do not have your booth, work on getting your booth. The time is drawing near, and get it done.
Mm-hmm. All right. If you have questions, maybe your first time going, ask those that have gone, what should I bring? Because there's certain things that you need to know that you're going to need out there, So don't just go out there, backpacking, thinking that, don't make it harder on yourself than it needs to be. So ask a question, ask your brothers, ask your sisters. A lot of us have done it already. So, you could give you a heads up on the things, some crucial things that you're going to need out there. All right. So, the scriptures say that, we got to get bows and palms, so, we want to bring that forth this year, really get the bows and the palms and tie them up and put them on your booth and, get the whole festivities of what's supposed to happen. We're supposed to get all the palms. We live in South Florida. There's palms all over the place, right? See Lion Paw, he got palms, right? All right. And, we're going to tie them up. We're going to manifest, what this is supposed to be like, and in every aspect. And that's what we do. We read the word and we try to bring it to life, right? It's our responsibility to manifest it. Nobody's going to do it for us. All right. So we got to be the leaders in this. Con? All right. So, prepare yourself and lead, and let's have a glorious feast and celebration. Don't forget, donation, Light of Zion, whether you want to bring cash, we got the donation box up front. You want to do the Cash App, don't forget to donate. I know everybody's busy, got their lives, got things going on, but your donations keep these doors open, keep these lights on, and keep us, being able to repair things. So please don't forget to donate. And as Moshe would say, give generously. All right. What else we got? I think that's it. So enjoy your break. We'll be back. Uh-huh.
We talked about the summit with the summit. The first day we actually picked, we just realized that that's the weekend of the Super Bowl, right? So in one instance, we were saying that it might cost effectively be better to push it back a week, but then I was talking to another brother. It might be better to keep it that weekend because there's going to be an influx of people here for that weekend. So I want to take a vote of, should we keep it? Well, we had a council and we changed the date, but then I'm thinking the Unity Camp. You know, a lot of people are going to be in Miami on that weekend. So should we keep it for the weekend of the Super Bowl or push it back a later week? It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a large concentration of people in Miami Beach during that weekend.
It would be a good weekend for the Unity Camp, but as for people traveling in, it'll be very expensive.
Right.
They're gonna drive the hotels and stuff.
I mean, that's basically what I thought. Right.
This is the whole city.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna look good. I didn't realize we were the whole city.
It's not a regular school. It's school here.
Right.
Okay.
So I mean, we already changed it, but I just want to give the congregation an opportunity to give your feedback. So it's pretty much that's what I said, that that's going to really drive up the cost of traveling and stuff like that. So we pushed it back to the week after. That would be February
6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Right, February 6th to the 8th or the 9th.
All right, so 6th to the 9th. Khan? All right. Yeah. Quara's born day will be there, so she'll be, doing it up for the summit. All right. Making her singing debut. All right, so we're going to do it. So keep all that in mind. We'll put it back out. We'll put out, there'll be more correspondence put out when it comes to the summit. And those that want to get involved in helping us host it, please let us know. We need many hands on deck. All right. We know the soldiers is going to do their thing, but anybody else outside of the soldiers and the officers want to be involved in helping us host the summit, let us know so we can have some committee meetings on that and get delegated some tasks. All right. Because we have to provide food. We got to provide a lot of things. So let's all work together as a family and show a good time to our brothers and sisters coming from out of state. Come. All right. So at this time, we'll take the break. We will reconvene at 4:15. All right. Enjoy your break.